I usually don't like being in the middle. Maybe that's a little too close. Bag the thing up. Hi, this is Lottie. Thank you for joining me again for another video around my 50 by 50 project. This might end up being a little rambly. I have a lot going on in my head right now, but I wanted to get home and get something out, get another video done. So I made some tea. By way of an update, I just have some random things to talk about. So today I decided to go to the library and renew my library card. I used to be a big fan of the library, and you know, my mother used to take me there after school almost every day, and I really used to enjoy going to the library. You know, I took my own children and everything, but I fell off of it. And these are kind of confessions of a, oh boy, timeout, phone's ringing. Hey, what's up? Okay, well, that took a little longer than I expected. But anyway, let me see if I can remember what I was talking about. I felt like I had a little bit of a mini breakthrough of sorts. This is going to sound totally like a no-brainer, of course, to a lot of people. But for me, I think in my very last video, I mentioned one of my challenges being to go as paperless as possible. What I mean by that is the things, you know, that find their way into my mailbox on any given day. It's just like, you know, oodles and oodles of sale papers. And some of it is, you know, bona fide mail, bills, you know, whatever. But a lot of it is just circulars and sale items, and I move it straight from my mailbox into the recycling. I mean, literally, straight from the mailbox into the recycling on a good day. Now, on a not so good day or on a regular day, it doesn't even go from the mailbox to the recycling. It ends up taking up some sort of precious real estate on my work table, my desk, my kitchen table, the chair next to where I change my boots, all of that. So just, you know, when I talk about going paperless, that's the kind of stuff I want to get rid of. So today I was out and about and something just like dawned on me, and I decided to go to the library and get a library card. I haven't had a library card in years, and confessions of a media-holic, I would say to myself, like, yeah, but, you know, I like to keep my books. I don't want to give them back. I don't want to have to give them back. And, you know, I do go to the used bookstore to get my books, or I get them at thrift stores, or, you know, so I'm not spending a lot on books. But the reality is, even though I wasn't quote-unquote spending a lot, I still acquired way more books than I would read. You know, my interests would outpace my ability to read all those books. So I have a lot of books, and I still love my books, and that's going to be an issue for me. You know, I accept that getting rid of them, even just the term getting rid of them, I feel some type of way, you know, about it. I don't feel that way about clothes. I don't feel that way about, I don't feel that way about other things, at least not as powerfully, but the books do strike a chord with me. Okay, so I may not get rid of all of them tomorrow. But what I did do today is I went and got a library card, and I felt sort of an overwhelming sense of freedom, like, wow, look at all these books at my disposal, and I don't have to take them home with me, or I can give them right back. And I can explore all the different genres that I want to. You know, I am a Gemini, dyed in the wool, true and true. I love a variety of things. So, like I said, this is probably a no-brainer for so many of you. Like, duh, why wouldn't you be using the library anyway? But I had gotten away from it, but I've gotten back to it. So today I did check out one book, The Zero Waste Home. I've only read the introduction so far, but I did go on and check it out because it talks about things such as getting rid of the junk mail. And some of these things I'm sure I already do, and I've never really taken the time to assess where I am and put like some parameters around what I mean by a more zero waste lifestyle. Some of the things that are on my planner, you know, like I already have on there, to be more conscious, environmentally conscious of the way I'm using my resources and taking up space on the planet. So I went to the library today, got a library card. I don't have any reason to buy any more books. You know, I have books on my Kindle, on my iPad. I've gone to the used bookstore sale and come home with bags of books. Then I will find something online that goes along with my herbalism or something that I'm just like, oh my God, well, I have to have that or else I'm just not official or in the know if I don't have that particular book. So granted, there's some stuff I need to work on as it relates to the acquisition of things. But I took a step in the right direction. I think I like the fact that there are lots of resources at the library. I can take my grandson to the library for different events, and I can get to know my community a bit more. So that's going to be the next thing I think I'll ramble about for a minute, is this decision that I'm wrestling with now to step away from social media a bit. And I know it's ironic because this video is being made for social media, but I mean the time wasters of sort of the things that run in the background that you're always checking in on or idly scrolling through, such as Facebook or Twitter, even Snapchat and Instagram sometimes. Although for me, again, the way that I'm a Gemini. Media communications is my life force. I'm truly drawn to it. And I know it is an aspect of my career. So there is no, you know, completely stepping away from it, but I can be more intentional about the way I interact with it. Definitely trying to be conscious of when I'm using it as a time waster, a filler, a procrastination device, you know. So the thought is not to actually step away from the social part. It's to do more authentic interacting, you know. So two things happened that go along with that so beautifully. You know, I thought it was pretty synchronistic. One of which was the other day I was reflecting on my project and looking at the things that were on my list. I think I had just finished my last video where I talked about wanting to practice my Spanish, go someplace to practice it, maybe go down to Southwest Detroit where there's a large Spanish-speaking population. You know, I could maybe have a conversational partner, I don't know. So I was reflecting on that and thinking about it, and the same day my phone rang, and it was a woman that I had met at a Kwanzaa party, and she and I had talked while we were sitting around the table. We were all talking about different projects we were working on and goals and things like that, and I had shared, of course, about the 50 by 50, and somehow the Spanish speaking came up, you know, along with other stuff, you know. So she calls me out of the blue pretty much on either the same day or the day after I made my video about that particular item on the list. And she was like, you know, I know French, but I don't know Spanish. I've always wanted to learn Spanish. And if you're open to being like conversation partners, then maybe we could work together and, you know, I could practice and you could practice. I was like, wow, that is exactly what I wanted to do. And then to make it even more synchronistic, we decided that we would meet probably once a month and just have dinner at a Mexican restaurant or something like that to really round out the experience. And we decided to go on our first conversational date to Xochimilco, which is in Southwest Detroit. My godfather, who taught me Spanish, took me to that restaurant when I was little, when it was just a 2-room establishment. Like, one of the rooms was a bar, the other room had a couple tables, to date myself. But anyway, it is a Mexican food extravaganza now. So I just thought it was so fitting and ironic that, you know, I'm sure Uncle Harvey is looking down saying, like, you know, I'm just really thankful for that opportunity that came along, just, you know, out of, I won't say out of the blue, because that isn't my belief system, that things happen out of the blue. I think it was uniquely, universally orchestrated by divine order, and I'm so very grateful for that opportunity. So, a chance for authentic communication and interaction. The other thing that happened today was that once I got my mind set around, well, once I was really toying with the idea of giving up social media and wanting more opportunities to connect with people, you know, around stuff that I like to do and really, you know, meet with real people, I got an email in my inbox from a writers group that I went to one time. You know, it meets only once a month, and I missed last month for a very good reason, to have dinner with a good friend. So that was fine. But I got an email that the group is going to meet up at a time that's not their regularly scheduled time for a little writing workshop, free write type thing on this week. So, you know, just out of the blue, I was like, oh, look, here's another invitation to go do something instead of, you know, being online. Just, you know what I mean. My dog is drinking his water. Hi, Riley. Thirsty Riley. So, oh, then you go put your wet, then you're gonna put your wet, ew, okay. Anyway, so I'm happy to have yet another opportunity to interact with people in the real world. So this goes along with, I've forgotten which number it is on the list now. It goes along with my date and get out more, meet new people, spend time with family and friends. And I have been doing some of that. And I'm, you know, glad that I've been doing some of that. So, yeah, that's about it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I sincerely hope that you are having a good day or evening. And I will see you at the next video. Take care.